Hello, my name is Matthew Nazelrod, and this is my individual presentation of the group essay project. This is a presentation of maintaining color integrity through different media. The level of importance taken into consideration when creating a print is, what is the goal of the print? Asking yourself when taking a job, who is this for and who is going to see this? If it is a simple family portrait, then not very many people are going to see the print as well as the duplicate prints that will not be held side by side. Therefore, if it was printed multiple times and the colors were different, it is not likely that the human observer would take notice. However, production with a highly known brand with specified colors shipped across the world, many people would take notice to some slight color changes. This is because we are in an environment where the lighting is going to be the same, therefore the difference is easily noticeable. One way we can create consistent colors across various mediums and devices is through Pantone colors. This is a system of over 1100 colors that are uniquely named and can be printed with matching of 99%. If a company has established a Pantone color that is very similar to an RGB or CMYK value, then this system is going to help give printing companies and press workers something to match significantly better than a hex code. Pantone books and online resources are available at a low cost. The way that we transfer digital files between printing and online marketing is through many processes. However, there are a few main ones that are highly practiced today. ICC profiles are used throughout many of the processes of printing, color management, and digital content. However, when it comes to showing off a product on the internet, it needs to match the actual product, and this can be aided with the ICC profile embedded into an image. The XML markup language will be able to read this and display it on a monitor as accurately as possible. Even uncalibrated screens are able to read these, as the XML will read the color settings within a computer and determine the best profiles to use for that specific screen. Calibration refers to the color adjustments within the processing to give the most accurate display for the work you are doing. We can calibrate screens through their use of colorimeters. This will take a scan of your computer to then adjust accordingly to a specific profile that you would like to use. An example would be use with Lab or Adobe RGB. It can also take data of your surrounding environment to help continually display colors correctly, even if your environment is changing. Spectrophotometers are used with prints to determine the entire spectrum of colors, in turn giving back data to the press engineers on what changes need to be made. Densitometers are used for print as well, however in a different way, usually to identify dot gain, which is the amount of ink being laid onto paper to give the reflection of light, i.e. color. Delta E is the official production standard number for color shift variation. Ideally, you would want to have a lower number when trying to match a color as closely as possible. However, having a delta E of 0 is close to impossible. This is because from printer to printer and paper to paper, there is going to be a shift in color. Color can change from heat, humidity, airflow, paper, printer, temperature, and so on. An ideal number would to be within a delta E range of 2 to 6. This is going to ensure that the color is almost, if not identical, to the human observer. This is why the first step taken into account is quality. Taking the necessary steps to ensure that quality is maintained through the printing process is what everyone should practice. Practicality should also be taken into account when trying to overdo this process. Not everything will be able to be color managed, and sometimes it is impossible to do so. In some circumstances, there are many elements that make reproduction impossible. To deliver quality and value, there are some variables we can control that must be maintained. The human observer will have a more consistent experience across various mediums if the delta E variance is kept to a minimum.